Hello there, I'm Mr. Vlad and you're watching a Neverwinter guide video. This video is about the Siege of Neverwinter event. I'll talk about how to grow your guild using the event, what you can get from it, and showing off some of the rewards from the event. The best thing to start off the event with is to grab the quest from the Master of Coin NPC in the stronghold called A Pledge of Support. This quest will have you go to the Siege Battlefield event area. Once there, you simply talk to an NPC and she gives you a chest that you can open for your choice of a voucher. After completing this quest, every single enemy in the Siege Battlefield area has a chance of dropping vouchers. These vouchers are why the Siege of Neverwinter event is so awesome for growing guilds. In the background you see footage of my guildies and me farming vouchers. The more of you there are in a group, the more you'll get, at least from personal experience. The best way to farm the vouchers is to grind out different heroic encounters. The best one by far is counterattack. The way you get the most out of it is if you stand in one of these two areas while the encounter is going on. This is where all the enemies spawn and you can just slaughter them as they come to make sure you get the kill credit. The reason counterattack is the best is because there's the highest amount of enemies needed to be killed. If you have any control over it, make sure you don't kill the enemy boss that spawns once you reach the number of kills needed. This way you can keep enemies spawning and continue grinding out vouchers. But most of the time there will be one person there that will murder the poor bastard before you can say XXX Jimmy Death God XXX stop. He won't stop. Jimmy Death God won't stop. The other two heroic encounters that are worth grinding for vouchers are the two Coldest Assaults. One is at the area where you enter the zone, the other is at the alternative exit to the zone marked as Tunnel. For the one at the entrance, the best spot to be is where I'm standing right now in the video. You just set up camp and chop down cultists as they come. For the other heroic encounter, the best spot to set up is on either of the paths leading up to the encounter area. However, for the second one, make sure you clear out any enemies that are in the camp, otherwise you might fail the encounter. So before pitching a tent to slaughter cultists, check the inside area and clear out any enemies in there. Again, if you can avoid it, don't kill the bosses that spawn at the end of these encounters. That way you can have more enemies spawn to farm for vouchers. If there are no encounters up, I just mindlessly grind away at enemies. The area further away from the entrance of the map has more groups, so I usually spend most of my non-encounter farming time there. That's enough about farming vouchers. Now I'll explain the different currencies in the event. There's 3 different currencies you use to buy rewards from the event. The easiest to get are Dragon Cult insignias. Using these, you can buy some vanity items, lesser overload enchantments, and quartermasters enchantments. I'll talk more about quartermasters enchantments after I go through the other rewards. Another currency you can get for the event are Medals of Heroism. You can get one of these for doing the first quest from the Master of Coin. You can also get them as a rare reward from the heroic encounters, and the final and most reliable way of getting them is by donating defense supplies. Defense supplies are an item you can get from the heroic encounters as well, but you can also get them from the Stronghold daily quest for the event. The quest is extremely easy, all you have to do is run around your stronghold talking to guards. In the video you can see where those guards are. Also, another way to get the defense supplies is through the event professions that everyone has access to once the event starts. Defense supplies aren't bound to character or account, so you can sell them on the auction house or send them to your other characters. The reason you would send them to other characters is so that you can turn 6 of them in at a time to earn 1 or 12 at a time to earn 2 Medals of Heroism. You turn the defense supplies in to a quest NPC just outside the Seven Suns Custer Market in Protector's Enclave. The Medals of Heroism can be traded for different packs from the event vendor. The most valuable one is the Neverwinter Defenders pack, which has a chance to drop all sorts of goodies, including an epic and an uncommon companion fortification kits, and some junk. The other good item to get for Medals of Heroism is Battlefield Scavengers pack. It can contain rank 7 Quartermasters enchantments, 3 Stronghold support rewards, and some junk. The last currency of the event are Writs of Commendation. They're the most valuable one and can only be obtained from a daily quest from the Siege Battlefield area. Using the Writs of Commendation, you can get the Battlefield Medic Fashion Set, the Neverember Guard Archer, the Neverwinter's Champion Charger, and the Champion's Banner Artifact. If you're just starting out in the game and don't have an 80% speed mount, that mount is a great investment for you. If you have an 80% speed mount, the other top tier reward for you to look at is the Champion's Banner. It's not a bad artifact for a tank. It gives hit points, defense, and stamina or guard gain, and the active is pretty useful for mitigating some incoming damage from enemies. However, if you're not a tank, that artifact can still be useful for you if you have an artifact of stability, because you can use it as a feeder. If you don't know what that means, I'll be making a video about feeders and refining artifacts. Once it's made, I'll put up an annotation as well as a link in the description of the video. The Neverember Guard Archer is a pretty good companion. It has 3 offense slots as well as 3 easy to fill gear slots, 2 belts and a necklace. It's also ranged, so it can easily activate bonding runestones. What I'll show you guys next is how Quartermaster's enchantments work. The reason they're so useful is because the bags that they drop can be donated to the guild coffer for surplus equipment. The bags themselves are added directly into your inventory when you kill enemies, just like the refinement stones you get from Dragon's Hoard enchantments. As you can see, the loot from the bags isn't impressive, but again, the main reason you'd get these would be for the surplus equipment for your guild. I'd recommend stocking up on some of these and keeping them in your bank or inventory for when your guild runs out of surplus equipment. They'll help a lot. And that's pretty much it as far as the Siege of Neverwinter event goes. If there's something I forgot to mention and you know about, let people know in the comments. If you learned something useful from the video, leave a like. It takes a second of your time but helps me out a lot. Also, if you enjoy these types of guides, make sure to subscribe. I'll be making more Neverwinter guides in the future. Thanks for watching and bye.